My name is Esteban Cerrone. I'm a real estate investor, developer, flipper, contractor. Pretty much anything to do with real estate is kind of what I do.
I'm Luana. I'm a mom, I'm a realtor, and I'm embarking on this journey with my husband to manage properties for Airbnb.
Okay, you're in real estate, right? So once you get into real estate, there's flipping, there's wholesaling, there's rentals, and then now in the 21st century, there's Airbnb. It's still relatively new. I mean, I think it hasn't even been around for 10 years. So this is a new industry to a lot of people that has disrupted the hotel industry, right? So once you have a property and you take it down as a rental, your next step is to figure out if it's going to be a short-term or a long-term rental. So let's go to short term, right? So short term Airbnb, VRBO, corporate housing, nurse housing, whatever you want to call it, it's not a year lease. Anything less than a year lease is a short term rental. So we're establishing what a short term rental is, right? So once you figure out that you want that short term rental, your next step is okay, who's going to stage it, who's going to manage it, and how much money is it going to produce? So you got to do a little bit of research. You got to go to airdna.com. You do have to fill out a subscription, so it is a subscription-based services, but it's going to pull the data of every Airbnb in the area and give you what the average nightly rate is. And then it's also going to give you a projection of revenue for the year. So once you compare, okay, this is the revenue that's coming in minus the mortgage, what's left over is your cash flow. So once you realize that that's the cash flow that you're looking for and it makes sense on paper, from there, you got to find who's going to manage it. Are you going to self-manage it? Are you going to, give it to someone else to manage? And as you scale, you might want to give it to someone else to manage because it's too much to handle. Or you can build out a team, build systems and processes to build it, to manage it in-house. For me, I'm too busy to manage it myself. I help out, obviously, because I like to make money and I like to make things grow and succeed.
So when he asked me I already had my property, and he asked, do you want to manage this one and an upcoming one? First, I was a little bit scared because I had a little bit of experience with my Airbnb and I thought I had a lot of things to learn. But with my mistakes, I am learning, and it's like nothing that is like rocket science. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this chance, and I feel prepared. I actually feel that I'm gonna do a great job, and it's fun, and it's another way of income.
So we wanted to stand out. We want our Airbnb not only to make the most money, but we want people to fight over this. We want there to be a waiting list, and it's not just as the place to stay, but as an experience itself. We want it to be like, you got your Hamptons, you've got your Comfort Inns, and then you got the Joseph. Like, why do people stay at the Joseph? It's not just because it's downtown. They stay in it because it's an experience. It's trendy and flashy and different. So people like to take Instagram pictures there. People like to like the vibe that's in there. And that's really what at least Kareem and I wanted to focus on with our short-term rentals. So we decided that we want to do in-house management for our short-term rentals and build out the team. Another company will charge you 30%, which again, 25-30%, which is, gonna relieve the headache, but you're gonna be capped at like being basic. And like, again, for us, we want to be different. So managing in-house, we're gonna pay the management company that we're building 15 to 18%, which is already pretty much half off of what someone else would charge us. And we feel like the quality is gonna be way better anyway. At one point at the Howie property, someone said, oh, everything's great, I just wish I had a bigger cooking pan. What did she do? She went, bought a cooking pan and delivered it. They actually gave her a great review because of that. So it's those little things. And then what happened at this one is we already bought the biggest ones. That way that comment doesn't come back again, and we're learning, right? So we're always adding stuff to a lessons learned list for the future Airbnb guest and for the future Airbnb setup, as well as taking inventory. If we have 4 beds, we're gonna buy 8 sets of sheets. Not just for, being lazy, but for convenience and turning around the unit quickly. So instead of washing the same set and then putting it back on, that's an hour, 2 hours while it washes and dries.
Yeah.
We already have a brand new one, and we can take the old one home or wherever else. So we'll always take the sheets home, the dirty sheets home, or to a different property to wash them but we don't have to wait at the property for that to be done. So even though you spend a little bit more money, you gain some time back to be able to turn these units over and offer early check-in for those guests that are coming in the same day. That can generate 10, 15, $20 per stay. You multiply that times, I don't know, 100 stays a year, like that's money. So we're always finding ways to be more efficient, and we're finding out ways to, make the guest experience better.
So another system that we use is automated messages. So we use a hybrid of that. We have, for example, when they book, when they ask, it's an automated message. Because sometimes you're driving, or maybe it's during the night, you're sleeping, and this message will get to them and say, hey, thank you for booking my property, and I will look and soon confirm. So after that, I will read and I'll see the confirmation. So for example, the guest sends it to you, and I'm celebrating my birthday at the city, at your house. And I'm like, okay, happy birthday. So this is a little bit personal in this message. So the person doesn't feel that that's a robotic. These hospitality places usually don't do this. They're strictly automated, or until you get into somebody on the phone and you speak to somebody, a human. But yeah, so I'm always using emojis. I'm always using exclamations, like being like I'm texting somebody.
You're professional and friendly.
Yeah, professional and friendly. That's what I was gonna say. But these automated messages help when you have multiple properties too, and we're still human. We might forget something one time.
So in conclusion, we think having an Airbnb first and foremost is a very valuable tool to financial freedom. And if you're going to have Airbnbs, you can go the management route, or you can self-manage. For us, what worked better for us, and again, everybody's different. We're not saying don't go to a management company, but for us and where we're at our financial freedom journey, is we wanted to manage it in-house, so that we could have a personal touch, so that we can get better and just obliterate the competition. And I'm not talking about the competition between management companies. I'm talking about the competition from property to property. Why does somebody want to stay here versus next door if it was an Airbnb, right? So if the next door Airbnb has the same paintings, everybody else has the same furniture, there's nothing different, why would someone pick us? Well, someone's going to pick us because we're a little bit different. It's more Instagrammable, it's more friendly, it's more vibey, and our management company, our in-house management company, is more friendly. If there's a concern, we're going to help mediate that. Somebody wants a larger fryer pan, we're gonna go send somebody to buy a larger fryer pan. Is it somebody's birthday, which someone's birthday is coming up, we're actually gonna decorate it for them. So they walk in, they feel like, oh my gosh, these people are truly hospitality. That's the key word, hospitality. Hospitality is not just a place to stay. Hospitality is the way you make people feel when they come and stay with you, right? That's why they talk about Southern hospitality. We're like, wow, what can I get you? Can I get you something to eat, something to drink? We want those people that stay in our properties to feel that way. So we're gonna self-manage. I think it's the best way, and we're gonna scale it as humans. So we're not gonna scale it just robotic and try to get 1,000 units. We're gonna make sure that every step of the way, we're gonna automate and use technology, but still be very personable and help people feel like, dang, these hosts are even better than the house that we stay at.
If you like this video, comment, like, subscribe, maybe share to somebody that's starting an Airbnb. Follow us to see us in this new adventure. And if you have any questions, please comment below, like this video, and share to somebody that might help.